Hello and welcome to Teacher Needs a Drink Podcast. I am Elvis, your host, and I'm here to let you know that Teacher Needs a Drink Podcast is a not safe for work podcast. We're teachers at the end of the week and really the end of our ropes, and we really need the ability to talk honestly about our jobs, to vent, to have therapy without, fear of losing our jobs. So we use pseudonyms, hence the Elvis. Teacher Needs a Drink Podcast is sponsored by many, many fine fellows at Patreon who are getting a brand new episode tomorrow. So let me thank them real quick. I'd like to thank Lauren S., Kristen B., Megan R., Hoovian, Ashley M., Jason F., Amber H., JJ O., Brian S., Jeff S., Shelley K., Abby B., Ann T., Sarah B., Regina B., Anna L., Josie S., Sam B., India G., Lucy P., Mary E., Jamie B., Hope H., Aaron D., Christina W., Vanessa J., Kate C., Mary C., Haley M., Rylan L., Catherine S., Perla C., Kelsey W., RJ R., Kristen C., Cara T., Johanna H., Tony and Christina K., Irma A., Rebecca J., Melissa M., Casey B., and Sarah N. If you are interested in getting a lot more extra content, extra access to events that we do for Teacher Needs a Drink Podcast, join our Patreon. For as little as $5 to $10 a month, you get lots of bonus episodes, lost episodes, interviews with the host. You get to chat with us. There's all kinds of stuff. We are wrapping up a step bet right now. We're having a new one starting pretty soon if you want words on that early. We also have a special watch party we're all going to watch the movie Bad Teacher and have a watch party and play some drinking games online with it, so it'll be a fun thing to do. And then the Patreon gets a full-on review of Bad Teacher by us, the hosts of Teacher Needs a Drink Podcast. Teacher Needs a Drink Podcast is also sponsored by the fine fellows at Ludlam Dramatics. If you are a theater teacher, or you know one in your building, or you're just being forced to do some kind of theater in your classroom, go to ludlamdramatics.com. They have all kinds of resources that you can use to help get your kids on stage, off stage, how to do makeup, parts of stage. There's all kinds of rewards and things in there. It is really awesome. Go check Ludlam Dramatics, because I promise you there is jack shit at the teacher store when it comes to theater. All right, last bit of business before we go. We're just wrapped up a 4-day weekend for Easter around here, and honestly, I had to get out of town. So I went and visited my sister. We were both vaccinated. It was her birthday. I missed it last year because of pandemic, and because of that, our normal recording times with the host, well, we just didn't have it. So I put together a clip show of the best of episodes that we have had. So over the last 2 years, there's a lot of really funny segments here from a long time ago. Some of them are from lost episodes, which can only be found on the Patreon now. In fact, the Patreon gets a brand new episode tomorrow, because we're recording it tonight, but I don't have time to record and edit and get it on the air in time. So you guys get best of, but it is a really good, longer episode. I hope you guys love it. If you have anything you'd like to share with us here at Teacher Needs a Drink Podcast, you can hit us up through the contact page of our website, teacherneedsdrinkpodcast.com, or tag us on Instagram or Facebook. Okay, my friends, I love you. I really appreciate how long we've been going. We're past 2.5 years at this point, and I kind of wanted this to keep going. I really enjoy it. So thank you guys, and enjoy this best of episode. Good luck. Guys, I forgot how to blink.
I'm driving, so maybe not.
All right, welcome to Teacher Needs a Drink Podcast. I am Elvis, your host, and returning today, we have Miss Rosie Rose.
Woo-woo!
Hello, Miss Rosie, and across from me, I have Bunny O'Hare.
What's up, Elvis?
And of course, returning, we have Miss Sparkles. She is a delight.
Hey.
Well, welcome back. We're into the fall. We're not in the fall. Screw that.
It is definitely spring.
Spring semester.
You son of a bitch. Don't take me back. Don't take me back.
Don't rewind us, Elvis.
These weeks have sucked. I got no transition. So here's our article from NBC Los Angeles. Los Angeles teachers are suing Delta Airlines after jet fuel is dumped over the school and playgrounds.
What the fuck?
What?
4 Los Angeles teachers sued Delta Airlines less than a week after a China-bound plane dumped fuel over playgrounds and schools, citing emotional anguish and distress and accusing the pilot of failing to follow protocol. The teachers, who have not been identified, say the airline was negligent by allowing the plane to depart in the first place. In their suit, the teachers from Park Avenue Elementary School in South Los Angeles County, some 17 miles from Los Angeles Airport, said they could feel fuel on their clothing, skin, and eyes. eyes. The exposure caused the women to feel dizzy, nauseated, and sick. Young students screamed and cried, she said. They also suffered severe emotional distress from the knowledge that they had involuntarily ingested toxins. Their severe emotional distress includes reasonable fear that the exposure to an ingestion of jet fuel might produce serious health consequences to the future. The teachers are seeking compensatory damages. Delta Airlines did not respond for a comment on Friday. Previously said the fuel dump was required as part of a normal procedure to reach a safe landing weight.
Over the school, that's normal?
Yes, the teacher's lawsuit said that the pilot was specifically asked by air traffic control personnel if he needed to dump fuel, and the pilot said negative. We've got it under control because they had already dumped it on an elementary school.
Oh, shit. Jesus.
Oh my God, did he say those exact words?
One of the teachers in the suit said her 5th grade students initially thought the jet fuel was rain. The children looked up only to have noxious liquid then overwhelm eyes, mouths, nose, lungs, and skin.
No.
I immediately began to rush my students indoors. Students were screaming, crying because their eyes and skin were burning. Teachers cared for their students rather than decontaminate themselves.
I'm sorry, but they're only suing for emotional issues and not
Right. The fact that they could have been set on fucking fire?
Well, not just that, but all of the issues that come with being exposed to jet fuel.
Yeah, Nurse Rosie, please enlighten us.
Please enlighten us.
That's the first thing I thought was, oh shit, nobody died?
Aviation experts say fuel dumps typically occur to reduce the plane's weight. At least 6 fuel dumps were reported last year in Orlando, Florida, New York, London, and Canada. They all occurred at high altitude or on airplane tarmacs, not over schools. The Federal Aviation Administration said earlier this week it was looking into reports about the children being treated for fuel exposure. More than 60 people were treated from schools in the area. So it sounds like they hit them right when they were out at recess and just...
Yeah. I have no words. Like, how does that even...
I have so many questions.
So how was your week at school?
Well, I didn't get jet fuel dumped on me, so I guess it was pretty good, like in hindsight. Shit.
The win column, man.
We have to put up with so much bullshit as a teacher, and now I'm like, well, fuck, is some plane going to dump fuel on me? Because I'm in a flight path of 2 major airports.
But you don't have, like, little muffins out at recess, though. So
No, but we, like, go outside and do stuff.
Well, hopefully they won't look up and be like, oh, it's jet fuel raining.
Dear Los Angeles teachers, you guys already put up with so much shit, and then you had jet fuel rained on you. And I feel like maybe your school board should at least give you a nice little bonus at the end of the year or something.
Well, and they should definitely pay for any medical care that those children had to go, like, get checked out or whatever.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
But, like, how does a school plan ahead for...
You can't. That's the
jet fuel dumps. What school's like, okay, so here are the hazards we could experience as a school facility, jet fuel.
We've got fire drills, tornado drills,
and a jet fuel drill.
Do you not remember, like, did your school, because I was in middle school, so you were in high school right after, like, 9/11, and so schools started doing all of those drills, and the one at my high school was a plane has crashed into the building. So teachers had to figure out how to deal with that. Yeah.
What?
I mean, I feel like when a plane crashes into the building, you just don't really deal with that. You just...
Evacuate. Fire drill.
Yeah,
Everybody
fire
out.
drill.
As weird as this year is, I miss a lot of the normal end-of-year parties and happy hours. One of the traditions that I took up that I really love is my brother-in-law has been a teacher for a long, long, long time. He's been a PE teacher. And him and his cohorts initially, back when I was a teenager, would have a normal people suck party on the first Tuesday after school was out. It was pretty much an epic day drinking festival, because everyone else would be going to work, but they were teachers. And at the time they were young and didn't have kids. And so it was the normal people suck party. And it always got ridiculous. Like, it would end up with, like, kiddie pools, and they'd bleach their hair, and would just ridiculous epic amounts of drinking and shitty food eating from like 9 a.m. till 3, where they'd pass out. I have to say, one of the things I kind of like about Corona, I think it's raised being in athletic wear to a whole new level of acceptability. Because it has been for a while. You'd see people out at the store, in their yoga pants and, like, long shirts. But now it's pretty much the majority of people I see. Like, I want to say about 75 to 80% of people are either wearing scrubs or shorts and t-shirts or like yoga pants. And I'm kind of embracing it. In fact, I felt embarrassed because I was going to run into a small stop. I'd gone for a run. I had taken off my shoes and changed clothes, but I didn't bring sandals and I didn't want to put my nasty sweat socks back on. So I started to go into the store barefoot and they called me out. I'm like, sir, would you mind putting on shoes? I am so sorry. I promise I'm not a 7-year-old.
No shoes, no shirt, no service.
No, as long as you have a mask, nobody cares. I can have my out. It'd be fine. As long as I got a mask covering my face, like, well, at least he shaved.
No, that is not how that works at all.
That's not how that works.
From CNN affiliate KYW, a school called police after a kindergartner with Down syndrome pointed a finger gun at her teacher. A Pennsylvania elementary school called the police after a kindergartner with Down syndrome made a finger gun at her teacher. Officials concluded there wasn't a threat, but the girl's mother said they went too far. Maggie Gaines called on the Tredyffrin Easttown School District to update its threat assessment policy after her 6-year-old daughter Margot was questioned by administrators for making a gun gesture at her elementary school teacher and pretended to shoot her. Gaines said it was a harmless expression of anger, but Margot's school in southwestern Pennsylvania determined her actions appeared threatening, so they conducted a threat assessment. Administrators concluded that Margot made a transient threat and didn't intend to harm anyone, but they still called the police. The district said calling law enforcement is part of its safety protocol, but Gaines said in her daughter's case, the district misinterpreted its own policy. Yeah, no shit. It was very clear from the beginning that she didn't understand what she was saying. Her having Down syndrome is one aspect, but I'm sure most 6-year-olds don't understand the literal meaning of shooting somebody. She said police filed a report on the incident that mentioned Margot by name. Police didn't immediately respond to request.
Where is this?
Pennsylvania.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
It feels like something Alabama would do. First of all, like you said, she's 6 and she has Down syndrome, which in my experience with children with Down syndrome are the sweetest baby angels on the planet. You're going to call the police on one?
The school district agreed that it would review its safety practices after this was brought up at a board meeting. Requesting a police consultation allows agencies to confer and use the information to plan for appropriate support, the district said. It is not the same as making a police report. Yeah, you didn't need to call police because a kindergartner did finger guns.
Finger gun. It's a kindergartner with developmental delays.
It wasn't a Nerf gun. It wasn't a water gun. It wasn't a realistic looking gun. It was her finger.
There was no threat. There was no way a bullet was going to come out of this finger and hit her. What I'm guessing is that this kid was probably a little difficult. Is probably a challenging kid in some aspect. I mean, it's a kindergarten. They all can be that way. And I bet this teacher was just at her wit's end and was like, you know what, she did this, I'm sending her to the office. And so they sent her to the office, and some idiot was like, well, you know what, we have it where if you make a threat towards a teacher, we have to call the police, so we're going to do it. Because, you know, if we don't call the police, you're never going to believe that we're going to call the police, so we're going to call the police now. And
that doesn't work with somebody with an intellectual disability, though.
Yeah, this whole thing is just ridiculous. The fact that the police I guess police are called to a school, they're going to show up. That's their job. And clearly they didn't make a report, but the fact that the district's like, well, we call them because they need to know what's going on. Were they concerned about the 4-year-old with Down syndrome?
I want to know what the police officer said. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I could tell if the police officer's like, all right, and so what do you want me to do about this now? Guys? Do you want me to make her cry? Is that my goal here?
I've got kids that'll do like the finger gun, like the gestures. Like, am I supposed to call the police for that too?
You are now, apparently, and if you're in Pennsylvania.
I think this was just chain of command breakdown. I believe this teacher was probably burnt out and at her wit's end, and she probably even told her, like, hey, little Margot, if you don't sit down and blah, 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 I'm going to send you to the office. And then trying to be like, yeah, boom, boom. And she's like, screw you.
Okay,
you're going to the office. Why
does little Margot sound like a creepy old man?
I was thinking like a gremlin, because like kindergarten's gremlins.
But she's a sweet little Margot baby, so it was more like, bam.
I'm trying to find some kind of sense. I'm trying to empathize with the teacher here.
Yeah, I'm not.
And so I can see a teacher maybe being just at her wit's end and, okay, you know what? You're going to the office.
Right.
But then for them not to have the common sense, like, okay, let's talk to her in the office.
Yeah,
let's
the
deal with
Ryan
this.
Act. Yeah.
Because I almost feel like at the worst you have to do with the kindergarten, for most offenses, is maybe call the parent in. If it's really serious, have like a conference.
I mean, we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago, though, about kindergartner getting arrested for something. For
like kicking their teacher or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what the heck? I mean, like, I know kids' behaviors have changed over the years. I've been teaching long enough to see the trends, but what did our teachers do when we acted like little shits in kindergarten?
I don't know. I didn't act like a little shit in kindergarten. I was precious.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
Someone at the top should have just caught this. Like, you know what? This teacher needs a break. She needs a moment. She needs to get her shit. She needs to not have 30 kids in her room.
Drink.
She needs a teacher
not
needs a
have
drink.
30 kids in her room.
They could have like, okay, you know what? Why don't you hang out in the office for a bit? Why don't you sit at this desk? Why don't you just for a little bit before we send you back? But calling the police was not. What fucking morons.
So this is from the Reddits submitted by Jaws Rose. Title is, My AP Poops in My Classroom. What? She came to tell me she poops in my room because she likes little toilets and I'm the closest to her office. She popped in to tell me she poops in our toilet.
What?
You'd think that'd be funny, but we have no rapport. She hates everything about me and she shits in my room like a vindictive cat.
So
4 more months.
Wait.
I'm assuming this is probably a kinder or pre-K room because
Right.
they
With
usually have
little toilets.
bathrooms.
Maybe
that are
like,
short.
yeah, maybe 1st or 2nd grade too, yeah.
So it's like one of those squatty potty scenarios where it's like short, low to the ground.
And maybe she's a
Does she
little
know what
person.
happens in there?
Yeah, those kids pee on everything. Everything.
Don't take a
Nothing
black
is
light
safe.
in there.
Nothing is safe.
But you know what? That's just.
Why I did that?
That's, I don't know. If she was a male administrator and just walked in, hey, I poop in here.
Right? Like, I don't care who, that is just, why would you tell someone that?
You know that slightly not apple smell in here?
That's me.
Slightly not apple. It just smells like apple scented poop then, though.
Yeah,
Like the
slightly
worse.
not apples.
Have you ever used poopery?
I have.
I
Yeah,
love
but
it.
you're not going to have that in a kindergarten classroom because those kids are going to dump your whole bottle in there.
Excuse me, kindergarten teaching. I had that in my kindergarten classroom, and I taught them just one spray before you go. Never had a poop problem.
Yeah. No,
amazing.
poopery is very effective.
No, I had that in my bathroom until my daughter started using it like aerosol and would just start spraying poopery around the room. And like she'd come out like, I use perfume. I'm like, oh no.
Now you smell like a poop spray, honey. From the Reddits. Trying not to laugh at my students. 10-year-old in tears. She was talking shit about my hamster. You can say whatever you want about me, but how dare she talk shit about my hamster? And then there's me with concern and understanding thinking, that's adorable. Don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh. I can just see a little girl in tears. My hamster. Oh, man. Oh, good times.
Sometimes really funny things happen at this job, and that makes it worthwhile.
What you got for us over there, Miss Bunny?
We have a dramatic reading for you featuring the lovely Ms. Rosie Rose as the student.
Hello.
And I will be reading the role of the teacher from Reddit user Alicia.
Best name ever.
Actual conversation with a student today. What's going on with you? Why are you acting like such a jerk in my class?
Because your class is the only class where I don't have an A.
Okay, well, I'm not caught up on grading, so that could change.
No, my grade's just going to get worse because I haven't done the past 3 assignments.
Well, why don't you do those so your grade will be better?
Because I didn't do the first one and my grade dropped from an A to a C, and I'm mad at you, so I don't want to do the work in your class anymore.
That's because there's only like 8 assignments in the grade book right now, so if you don't do one, it drops your grade a lot. If you turn in whatever you're missing, you'll probably go back up to an A.
Well, I don't want to do the work. And if I don't do it, my grade goes down, and I don't like that.
If you don't like your grade being low, why would you not do the work?
Because the work is stupid and I hate your class.
And scene.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those almost very conversations.
Those were too, that was too
said
real.
Out loud. Like,
Miss, how come I'm failing your class?
Because you haven't done shit in my class, little Bobby.
Is there anything I can do to bring my grade up? Yeah, the work.
The work.
But I don't want to.
I don't
Can I
want to
do
do
something
that,
else?
though.
No.
Can I, do something else?
No, you
Can
cannot.
I do some extra credit? How about you just do the stuff you didn't turn in yet?
Do the original credit. That would be nice.
Do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
And y'all, I'm pretty lenient about kids turning work in late, but we get to a point where,
It's like 2 weeks before school's over.
yeah, and I'm like, no, you didn't do anything. I will call them in. Like, I have a tutoring time during the day. I will call them in for tutoring. I will email their parents. I do so much sometimes to get these kids to pass my class. If we are at that last week of school and you're still not passing, I just have no sympathy for you. Mm-hmm. I just don't. I don't.
Nothing pisses me off more than kids with a case of the I don't wannas. It's like, hey, can you do this? I don't want to.
You should make that a children's book.
Just like, no, I don't wanna. And even my own kids, like, hey, I need you to do this. I don't want to. Yeah.
You tell them I didn't ask you if you wanted to.
Yes, suck
That's
it
what
up.
my mom used to say.
Do
to
the
me.
work.
I've started telling mine. I've been getting that a lot lately. Like, and with stuff like not just the work, but assigned seats. I put the whole class on a seating chart. It wasn't like I was singling out one kid. Whole class got a seating chart. All right, Timmy, your seat's right here. Come sit up here. I don't want to. Well, honey, if life was about what we wanted, most of us would still be at home right now. Get up here and sit down. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand why I don't want to, like, for the rest of your life, there's going to be stuff that you don't want to do, like following speed limits.
Like being here as a teacher.
Right. Like, let's talk about, I would love to not have to work. I would love to not have to work full time. I'd love to.
You'd love to be a kept woman.
I would love to be a kept woman, Mr.
Get on that,
Sparkles.
Mr. Sparkles.
But Miss
Mr.
Sparkles wants her lip gloss and her lipstick. In order to buy those things, she needs a job.
I do.
You get a job.
Look, you cannot house a collection of lipsticks like mine without money. So your girl has to keep her job for now.
I tell my kids that I work so that my cat can have a better life.
So today on Just the Tip.
Just the tip.
What?
Just the tip.
What?
Just the tip.
What?
Just
Okay,
the
no,
tip.
end it. Stop now. Anyway, so when you get a kid with the I don't wannas or the sort, use the broken record technique. Just repeat yourself over and over again. I need you to sit down here.
I don't want to.
I need you to sit down now.
I'm not sitting here.
I need you to sit down.
I know.
I need you to sit down.
Do I have to?
It puts the lotion on its skin.
It's the hose again.
We have a young lady here who's going to help translate things for us. Miss Lisa Murray, will you help me and inform me what the hell is a Visco girl?
A Visco girl is, well, Visco's an app. It's a photo editing app. So a Visco girl is someone who wears very large t-shirts and very short shorts. So it looks like they're not wearing pants. They are very into saving the planet. So plastic straws are a no. Plastic bottles are a no. So hydro flasks all the way, you know?
Is this like a horrible thing? Like, so if she's like Miss Bunny O'Hare is such a Visco girl, are they being derogatory, nasty towards her?
Only in some context. If they say the Visco sayings, which is, and I oop, and their laugh, which is,
Whoa.
Is that what that noise is supposed to be? It's supposed to be a laugh?
That's what it is, and it's stupid. Sorry.
It's throat punch worthy.
What? Is that what that
that's
is?
their laugh.
Now, is this a real, where does that, I'm sorry, I'm out of the loop. Where did this is all from an app? Is there some like YouTuber who's doing this and they're all
No,
copying
it's just
it?
kind of like one of those things where they all do it, and you don't know where it started or who did it first. It just all kind of like gets thrown at you.
Bro,
And
I
love
saw
scrunchies.
Yes,
Scrunchies
I saw a
mess
list
buns.
on BuzzFeed that was like how to know if you were a late 90s Visco girl, and apparently I was, and I didn't even know it. No, I do not laugh like that, ma'am. I didn't even know that was a laugh.
No, I definitely did the oversized t-shirts and shorts, but
I didn't because I hated shorts.
No, the thing makes me want to like punch a baby. Like I hate.
I
that.
didn't know what it was. So like the kids have been doing it, and I was like, I don't understand what's a
Now that I know, I'm going to start doing it so that the kids will go, that's so uncool.
Oh, yeah.
I know. That's
Do
how you
it
get them to
anymore.
stop.
Now, my favorite thing to do to this generation is to use their words completely out of context and uncool. Yes. And so I'm like, hey kids, yeet! And they're just like, oh. So
yeet.
So let's keep moving with this.
Also, Save the Turtles is a very big thing. They love saving the turtles.
That's what the Visco girls do. They save the turtles.
Well, hey, that's important.
Turtles. That's why plastic straws are no-no and metal straws are all the way.
All right. I like it. Okay.
Well, Visco girls, thank you for trying to save the planet. That's at least something.
Word. All right, the next one, because I scream it at the kids and at my own son all the time. What the hell is yeet? Go ahead, tell us. What am I yelling when I'm yelling yeet?
Hard to explain.
Do you even know? Is it even a thing, or is it just like a general concept?
It's a general concept of throwing something very hard and far. So, like, if you have a ball, like a football, and you don't know how to play football, and you just kind of throw it, you just yell yeet just for the extra power.
So if I really want to annoy some middle schoolers, like, okay, kids, I'm about to yeet some information at you right now.
Yes, that is exactly it.
And they'll know I'm cool and serious, because that's how this rolls.
No.
Yeet is for the distance and power.
You have to ask them if they want to be yeet or yeeted.
This world is really yeet or be yoded, honestly.
Yoded.
Yeet or be yoded.
Yes, I approve.
Explain respect the drip.
Whoa.
So what does it mean if some kid's like...
Karen.
You forgot the Karen.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Respect the drip, Karen.
I'm that cool. So yeet the information at me now.
I don't even want to anymore.
You wanted to be here.
You broke the teenager.
So this works, right? Using it out of context will make them quit. Okay, teach me more.
So drip is like fancy / like your outfit. So like if you're wearing a ridiculous outfit, say like you are Thick Thor for Halloween.
I like it. That sounds like a great costume.
So you're Thick Thor for Halloween, and you look ridiculous, and someone calls you
ridiculously sexy, but
you
keep
can
going.
just look at them and go, respect the drip, Karen, and they'll back off, because it's just kind of like respect the look, respect the outfit, and just like respect it. Just respect the drip.
I like that.
Why are my clothes drips?
Because it's
you got bad drainage,
fabulousness and
I'm dripping in fabulousness. Okay, I can go with that, I guess.
Thank you, Miss Lisa Marie. We'll have you back again sometime.
Thanks, Lisa Marie.
Hey guys, guess what?
What's that?
We have a Patreon.
Is that like OnlyFans?
It's just like OnlyFans. You can see all of our feet. It would be beautiful. Now, for as little as $5 a month, you can get all kinds of access to extra episodes, bonus content, interviews with us. There's literally so much stuff you can hear us there. So if you're not getting enough of us on like the normal feed, sign up for Patreon, and there is so much more that you get to hear. And you get to hear new stuff, and you get to interact with us. I'm glad you get to interact with us. And you get to interact with us, and you can play Among Us and all this other crazy stuff. So you should do that. And if you can't do that, if you don't want to spend $5 and get all kinds of cool stuff, then you could really just, leave a good review, because obviously we're pretty liberal over here. And there are some people who are not liberal, and they don't like us very much. And so they've been leaving lots of nasty reviews. And so if you could just like for free go write a nice sentence like, I love these people, and like put it on one of those review sites, it would be amazing. So do that, and because we love you. And that's everything.
I mean, technically you could write like, fuck those bitches, but give it 5 stars and it would be fine.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
Bitches get stuff done.
When they go low, we go high. Here's the thing. I think that those people would love us as individual people. They just don't like our ideas, and that's okay.
But as educators, I think every one of them agrees that DeVos sucks. And it's such a good thing that she's leaving.
We have that in common.
This one is called Euphoria Forever. Imagine the following 3 sensations. Number 1, chewing and swallowing the first mouthful of your favorite food after starving yourself for 48 hours. The food is prepared perfectly. Perfectly.
Oh, fuck me. Keep going.
It's going to be a train wreck. Number 2, lying down on an especially cozy bed after 12 hours of nonstop physical labor on a cold day. Number 3, the first moment of urinary release after having held a completely full bladder for more than 90 minutes. Think of those 3 options: chewing and swallowing, laying down, and peeing. For the rest of your life, you will feel one of these 3 ways all the time. This is how you will always feel 24 hours a day. You won't be doing the specific activity, but you'll always be experiencing the acts accompanying euphoria. Which one do you choose? Ooh! So let's refresh just in case. You have chewing and swallowing the first mouthful of your favorite food after starving, laying down in a cozy bed after 12 hours of physical labor on a cold day, or getting to pee after holding a full bladder for 90 minutes. Miss Shirley Temper!
See, at first I was like the bed thing because I love a good bed. But if I'm going to feel that way, I don't want to feel this relaxed. If I have to pick one feeling, the feeling of it, there is something almost sexual about letting that pee hit that porcelain tub when you've been teaching for 3 hours and you have to pee and you just let it ride. That's the best feeling.
The weirdest thing is you find yourself just catching your breath and taking a deep breath because it's like your heart's been going bum, 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 bum. Oh, no, I feel this one on a religious level. Yeah, no, letting go of the pee. Oh, my God, the pee-gasm. It's real. Just kind of, oh. Sorry. Anyway, next up, Miss Sparkles.
I choose the bed one because I'm pretty high strung, and I'm kind of tense all the time. And so for me, I need to relax. Plus the pee one I experience, like pretty much on a daily basis during the work year. That doesn't hold that much mystique or like joy for me anymore. But like after a long day with the kids and you come home and you like lay down, you know, you like put on your PJs, your jam jams, and you lay down in your jam jams in bed. Oh, that's so good. So that's the one.
Miss Rosie.
I feel like I'm really fucking confused. So I'm feeling this all the time, no matter what I'm doing. Like, let's say I'm taking a wicked shit and I have to choose one of these feelings to feel while I'm doing it.
You're getting the pee-gasm feeling. It's like a drug, a euphoria. Not like it feels like you're letting it go. It's just the sense of euphoria you get with it. So which euphoric experience do you want? Not whether you want to feel like you're pissing all the time.
Well, obviously no, but I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the pee-gasm. It's such a good feeling. You get like this weird, like, you feel like you're going to pass out because you're doing it so good. And then you're like, oh man, that was amazing. I wish it could happen again. But at the same time, it fucking hurts.
And when it's a really good one, you can't even open your eyes. Like you try, but they just flutter shut. You're just like, ah!
Like the night after binge drinking, you know?
Have we talked about this? Have we talked about why all of you are obsessed with
It's
pee?
Because we're teachers. You have to hold it for 90 minutes plus.
Okay, but we're so screwed.
And I'm not obsessed with pee.
Well, that's because you have the bladder of a pee.
And you don't drink enough water. You don't love yourself.
Also,
That's not true. I drink 80 ounces of water a day.
Make it 160.
I don't think that's enough. So Team Pee-gasm next.
Yay. Oh, we forgot someone. Miss Bunny O'Hare. How do you feel about this?
I think I'm a tense person a lot. So I think the relaxed feeling of like when you collapse into bed and just that peaceful kind of calm would be a very nice feeling to carry around all the time. Also, food is one of my love languages. So I feel like if I had that feeling all of the time, it might lose its impact somehow. So I want to be able to experience the food thing over and over and over again. So yeah, I'm going with the falling, like the laying down on the bed, calm, relaxed. I need that energy in my life.
I don't know.
Thank you for also not being obsessed with food.
No, I pledge 100% to Team Pee-gasm. Turd, what team are you on?
Since I already have pee-gasm multiple times a day, I have to go with the bed. I have to sleep.
What a loser.
Dude, it's hard enough for me to actually fucking sleep as it is. is, especially with all the fucking nightmare bullshit that goes on in my head. And then, pegasm, it happens 2-3 times a day, depending on what school day we're talking about.
Okay, fuck you. No, stop right here. You're humble bragging about pegasms. You're like, man, I can do it up to 7 times a day if I've been like treated right and I'm in a good mood. Man, fuck you. I live for that. Okay.
I want to point out that you are mad that he's humble bragging about peeing.
You guys are getting really intense out here.
It's the pegasm, and clearly, I don't think you've really had one. I'm just saying.
I don't think they've experienced it.
You would know. I mean, so yeah, posers. Yeah, I got a pegasm when I was in Canada. Yeah. Whatever. You're full of shit. You've never had it. All right, well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. All you teachers out there, please take care of yourselves. It is crazy-ass times. Don't internalize. Talk to people. Experience your feelings. Take care of yourself. Get help if you need it, because we need you out there. Anyway, I'd like to thank our guest today, Miss Shirley Temper. Thanks for being here.
We were on a break.
And also, we had Miss Sparkles.
It's been a pleasure to be with you guys virtually again.
You sound so sincere. And
I am sincere. Fuck you.
Oh. And Miss Rosie Rose, it was wonderful having you here.
Remove head from sphincter, then drive.
Oh. Remove umbrella, too. And Miss Bunny O'Hare, it's always sweet to hear from you.
A pleasure as always.
I love you so much.
And also, man, we got everyone here today. And thank you to Turd Ferguson.
Thank you for having me. It was wonderful being back here.
All right, friends. Deep breaths, deep drinks. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, my friends, thanks for listening to a very special Best of Clip Show episode of Teacher Needs a Drink podcast. Teacher Needs a Drink podcast has episodes coming out every single Wednesday, and most of the time they're brand new episodes. This was the first kind of clip show we've ever done. I'd like to thank all the hosts that were with us today, Miss Rosie Rose, Miss Turd Ferguson, Mr. Turd Ferguson, Mr. Yoda, Miss Bunny O'Hare, Miss Sparkles, Miss Lucille Lane, Miss Shirley Temper. They were all there. And I would also like to thank Priscilla being by my side and Miss Lisa Marie for helping out with that Ask a Teenager Summit. I kind of missed that in just the tip. Those were fun things. If you have something you'd like to share with us here at Teacher Needs a Drink Podcast, you can hit us up through the contact page of our website at teacherneedsdrinkpodcast.com. Also, please support the fine friends at Ludlam Dramatics. They help sponsor us, keep this going, as well as join the Patreon if you want to hear some new episodes, because there's new stuff coming out there all the time. In fact, they have a brand new episode coming out tomorrow. Well, you guys had a clip show. Sorry about that. It evens out, I promise. We don't do best of episodes very often. So if you could take a moment just to thank and tell one person something you heard on the podcast today, it's really the best way to help spread the word. Or, you could leave a review or a comment or something nice. But I don't know. Follow us on all those social medias. We're on Facebook and Instagram. We have a Twitter, but I don't do anything on it. I think Priscilla plays on it sometimes. Anyway, my friends, take care of yourselves. Cheers.